Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the informative webinar SHOR's first call. I am the coordinator of this project. My name is Afshin. I am professor at Yıldız Technical University. I will give you a brief information about SHOR. Then F6S, the work package leader in the open call, will take the floor. There are 4 universities, 1 research organizations, and 7 SMA and 2 NGO available to the partners of the project. SHOR brings together an international network of 14 organizations from different backgrounds to tackle the current environmental challenges, raise awareness, and to become eco-citizens and agents of change. With the help of the regional projects and training programs, it's aimed to broaden the ocean and literacy programs internationally. If we summarize the main objectives of the project, allow youth to become agents of change, expand the network of European Blue schools, promote Mission Ocean objectives and maximize synergies, promote open schooling methodologies, implement the Blue curricula internationally, and have professional educators about Blue education. SHOR will have a 3 open call period for proposals. The maximum funding per school is €10,000. The funding can be used to support a variety of activities, including developing and implementing ocean literacy projects, purchasing educational materials, attending training workshops, and organizing community activities. SHOR aims to collaborate with the European Blue Schools Network and the EU4Ocean Coalition, aiming to promote sustainable behaviors, eco-citizenship, and increase ocean and water literacy among European Union citizens. SHOR aligns with the European Union's definition of blue economy, focus on engaging youth in European policy and lifestyle, highlights the importance of healthy waters for life on Earth. One of the key dissemination actions and the novel feature of SHOR project is the creation of new Mission Ocean Helix, though our partner CrowdHelix. CrowdHelix is a pan-European open innovation network and technology platform that provides and connects over 650 organizations from 50 countries to collaborate, innovate, and grow, with the potential to reach thousands of stakeholders from its membership base. Every student now has the capability to compute the carbon footprint and water footprint associated with their project. The online portal is officially accessible starting today. In the name of the students, saplings will be planted as many as the number of trees they protect. SHOR digital platform will be created to facilitate the management of school projects with gamification, provide a virtual learning environment, and allow for public access to project materials. The platform will also host a public voting sessions to select the best school project, which will receive the Ocean Ambassador Literate of the Year award. Gamification system and scoring algorithm. SHOR provides you with the opportunity to learn an entertaining environment to increase ocean literacy and improve the health of our oceans and waters. It provides players with a fun experience, allowing them to increase their ocean awareness, test their knowledge, and stay motivated with the rewards. Our portal will be activated on weekdays. This screen. Now I will leave the floor to Joanna or Milena on behalf of F6S. Following the conclusion of the presentations, we will transition to the interactive question and answer session. Thank you. Milena, can you continue?
Okay, thank you. Yes, we'll be running the slides.
Yes, hello. Just to say hi. We want to share the screen, right, Joanna?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So maybe we can introduce ourselves before we start with the slides. Me and my colleague Milana, we are both representing the F6S, the organization or the startup who is leading the open call process here in SHOR. And we will actually guide you today through the open call 1, Also, I would say we will try to unfold it for you, meaning to explain who can apply and also how to apply to make this process as easy as possible for the all applicants.
I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, Milena.
Great, great. Okay, so I will leave the floor. My name is Milana, as Joanna said. I'm here to support her in the OpenCall management, and I will leave the floor to Joanna to start the presentation part. First and foremost, what do you need to know before applying?
Okay, let's start. So yes, as I said briefly, we will guide you through the main information about the OpenCall, which are actually crucial to know before applying. And also we will explain who can apply, what are the terms and conditions, what will be the evaluation process, but also we will show you how to apply. So the practice session will also be a part of unfolding the OpenCall 1, and we will finish with the question and answer session. So if anything needs to be clarified here, so we will dedicate some time for this also. Okay, so let's start. Please, Milana, if you could go on to the next slide. Okay, so the SURE OpenCall, as you can see, actually the main information on the slide, the submission is open. We started on 17th of January, and the submission will be possible until 20th of March. Please actually record here the time, which is crucial. The submission system will be open until 20th of March, until 5 p.m. CAT time. So after 5 o'clock, we will close the submission system and you won't be able to submit your proposal. So bear in mind the deadline. We plan to fund up to 45 projects. The budget per project can be up to 10,000 euro. And the project and its implementation can last up to 6 months. And also what is crucial here, we have eligible topics, which are actually very important for your project. And I will actually explain those topics in more details on upcoming slides. So some benefits and actually important aspects of applying to the OpenCall 1. The first thing is the budget. So you can apply for 10,000 euro for your Blue School project. We will also, after selection, when your project and the Blue School project will be selected for funding, you will receive the mentorship and the guidance from the SURE Consortium, meaning that we already established and we have within the project the country hubs, and those country hubs will be your support for successful implementation of the project. And also we plan to establish mentors, each mentor for a school project, to guide you through the implementation of the project, to give you the support and the help to reach your goals and actually implement the project according to what you have actually said in the proposal to make a big success of your Blue School project. We will also introduce the digital platform, which will be a part or actually advantage for selected project, meaning that each project will have a dedicated space on SURE digital platform, where all the project will be able to show their activities and also outcomes and objective of the projects. And at the end of each year, we are going also to run the competition for the successful Blue School projects, meaning that we plan the competition regarding the Ocean Ambassador of the Year, so you can also apply to receive the badge of the ambassador. Next slide. On the slide, you can see the timeline for the first OpenCall. So the submission is already running, so we are in the process of collecting proposals and ideas for the Blue project. After 20th of March, when we will close the submission system, we will start another phase of the OpenCall, which actually means that we are start the eligibility check, also the evaluation by external board of experts. And also at the end of the May, we expect that the successful projects will be selected for funding. And in June, we will start the contracting phase, meaning that this will be dedicated time for selected projects to sign the sub-grant agreements. And we plan that all the projects will be implemented from September 2024 after the summer period until for 6 months. So it means that the project will be implemented from September until February 2025. As I mentioned, we have certain features, I would say, regarding the Open Call 1, which are crucial to know in details. First of all, I will actually advise you to go to the guide for applicants. We will speak about this document later, and Milana will guide you through this document as well on the second part of this presentation. But what is important to know that there are 5 main topics for the Blue projects, meaning that if you plan to apply for the Open Call 1, you have to select the topic for your project. So the five main topics are sea-based activities, biodiversity, sustainable use of water resources, climate change, and hazardous substances and marine litter. So this is the topic means that this is the main topic of your project, of your activities, and also, except the topic, you're also obliged to choose the subtopic of your activities. You can see a different and several actually subtopics of each topics. So before you prepare your proposal, think about the topics or the main theme of your project, and then choosing one of those topics selected for the Open Call 1. Next slide, please. Also, what is crucial to know that we had set up a pool of different activities, meaning that we have up to 16 or 70 predefined activities for your project. So as you can see, you can also find those activities explained in details in Guide for Applicants, meaning that when you're going to prepare your proposal, have a look on those activities, and you can choose 1 or 2 or 3 or up to you several different activities for your projects. Let's say we set up a pool of activities. They are different one, from workshops to trips to trainings to exhibitions. This is up to you, up to the project, which activities you are going to do during implementation of your project. And this is open. This is up to your knowledge and your experience and everything. You can choose up to your idea which activities will be the best suit for your project. Next slide. Okay, so this is also an important aspect to consider and to go through. Again, I will refer to the Guide for Applicants just to read this document very briefly. But I would like to highlight the evaluation process for the Blue projects and actually go briefly through the criteria for external experts. We, let's say, design the process to the way to be as much easy for you to apply and then go through the evaluation process, meaning that each of the section of the proposal is corresponding to the criteria which are going to be taken into account during the evaluation phase. So the first criterion will be the relevance of your proposal and your activities, meaning that expert will closely take a look how your project is contributing to ocean and water literacy among students. Also, it will be important to describe in the proposal a strategy for the European dimension and the cooperation or twinning with other schools, and also the commitment to Climate Pact Pledge and carbon neutrality of your planet activities. all of those, let's say, subsections should be described in the proposal in the section 2. In the proposal, you will also find additional questions under each subsection, which will help you to guide you through the proposal and actually provide the most substantial information, as the proposal is also limited in pages and numbers. The second criterion is impact. So experts will take a closer look on the impact of your project, of your activities. So what is important to consider? First of all, think about the activities and their innovative character. How your approach will be new, or how it will be new for the students, but also for the topic to tackle it. Think about the clear output of the funded activities. Be precise when it comes to what you would like to do within the project and how you're going to do it. Also, what is important here, local community and stakeholders engagement. Expert will have a look at this, so how your project will impact only the school, also the environment. So it is important as it comes to the European project as well, not only also to the sub-grantees, is a promotion of your project. So also we would like to see in the proposal or the description of the promotion of the project, how the project will be visible, what kind of activities will be taken to promote the project and the outcome. And the third criterion, which is also important here, is the methodology. So in the proposal, we ask you to describe the strategy, how to involve students. Maybe you will have an idea how to involve more than one classroom or other school or other important people who can bring up a new vision for the project, or the way how the project will influence more than one classroom. Also, there is also a section dedicated to the team and the project cost. Please also dedicate some time to describe the team members, the team who is going to implement the project, but also for what the funding will be dedicated. You can apply up to 10,000 euro. This is up to you again, how much money you're going to need for your project. But what will be behind those costs is crucial to know for the experts. And the last but not least, the open schooling methodology. It is also a part of the this criterion, and also this have also its own section within the proposal. Okay. I think we can go to the next slide. Okay, so whenever you have a question, just write them down right now. You can write them on the chat, or you can ask them directly in the session, in the question and answer question. So let's go to the another part of the presentation. This is about who can apply, what kind of schools, and what are the requirements for school in order to apply for the funding. So first of all, and actually the basic element of the open call, connection is bad. Okay, thank you for this. Let me check my internet connection.
Joanna, if the connection is bad, I can always help you support you this part. I hope that everybody else can hear me.
I will try to change.
Okay.
Yes, it's good.
I don't have any problem with the connection.
Yeah.
So I think connection is good.
Okay.
That's good.
Joanna, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's better now. Yeah.
Okay, it's better now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's focus on the eligibility criteria and actually on the part who can apply to the Open Call 1. First of all, and the basic element of this Open Call 1 is that the call is dedicated to elementary and secondary schools. So this is the basic requirement. And also we would like to that you refer to the ESCD requirements up, so because those are the requirements for school, and we plan that for the Open Call 1, schools up to level 3 can apply for funding. Also, the school should be legally registered and established in the European Union or Horizon Europe associated countries, as well as the second requirement is that the school should be located in targeted regions offshore, meaning that we have specified 5 regions: Baltic Sea, Black Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Rhine and Danube River areas. And all of those regions has been assigned with the countries. You can find them in the guide for applicants. Also in the submission system, there is also information about this when I are going to choose which region is actually corresponding to your proposal. Again, I would like you to refer to the guidelines for applicants for detailed information, but make sure that your school is elementary or secondary school, is one of the Horizon Europe or European associated countries or European Union countries, and also is located in one of 5 targeted regions of the shore. Okay, can we go to the next slide? I see that someone has a question, but please, if you could write down your question on the chat, and we will be answering the questions on the question and answer session. So the second requirement for schools is the European network of Blue Schools. The school which are going to apply for the Open Call 1 should be either the accredited member of the European network or aspire to become a member, and will demonstrate how they intend to meet the requirements for the membership within the completion of funded shore project. Meaning that you can be either a member of the network already and you can apply for the shore open call, or you can aspire to be a member. But bear in mind that you will have to show how you're going to meet the requirements to become a member within the project timeframe, meaning that after funding, there is a 6 months to demonstrate how those requirements will be fulfilled. The more information you can check on the slides. On the slides, we have provided the links. So we will share, obviously, the presentation with you, and you can go and see the detailed information about the network of the Blue Schools. Okay, can we go to the next slide? Also, what is important in the Open Call 1 is collaboration or twinning with other Blue Schools, meaning that we would like to attract the schools which are open for collaboration, not only from the network, but also with those aspiring to become accredited members. What is important in this aspect that the collaboration and twinning activities are the part of the proposal. So there is a dedicated question in this section regarding to describe the collaboration and twinning activities. And also what is important to consider is that those cooperation activities should be described. And this is about the sharing the best practices and exchanging knowledge from the other Blue projects. Maybe you'll find a way how to, connect each other with another Blue school. Maybe you already have a partners or you're in partnering with other schools who implemented the Blue project and is a member from the European Blue School. So maybe you will find a way, and this is crucial, to describe those activities which will take place within the implementation of shore-funded projects within the 6 months. If you need a partner, there are also possibilities to find a partner for the collaboration. So we also included in the presentation 2 links which might be useful for you to find a partner or other important information about the collaboration or twinning. Okay. Another important aspect, and also I mentioned it during when I was describing the evaluation criterion, is the European Climate Pact Pledge. This is also an important aspect of the proposal and evaluation criteria, and it will be taken into account during the evaluation by the experts, meaning that we are open and the open call is open to schools whose proposal includes a commitment to European Climate Pact Pledge, which is leading to decarbonization or at least the carbon neutrality of the project and school activities. The information about the pledge also can be found under the link, which is provided in the presentation. So within the proposal, we ask you to also describe your how you will be dedicated to the European Climate Pledge, how your activities will be actually carbon neutral. And this is also an important part of the proposal and has dedicated question in the template. Okay, so we are going to the third part, how you can actually apply, and will be a practical hands-on approach to show you how you can apply to the Open Shore Call. And I will give the floor to my colleague Milana, who will guide you through this.
Okay, thank you, Joanna, for
share the slides? Do you want me to share the slides, or you'll be running by yourself?
It's okay. I can run it. Yeah. So, okay, how to apply for this open call that my colleague Joanna has just described in detail. So first and foremost, the first step is to read the open call guidelines. It's actually available on the project website. There is an open calls page, a page dedicated just to the open calls. And if you go to the page, if you scroll to the bottom, you can actually see the important documents section. This is where you can find this Annex 1, Shore Guidelines for Applicants, full terms and conditions. Why is it important to read this document? I will actually click on it so you can see it. So, just a moment. So this is how the Shore Guidelines for the Open Call 1 look like. You can see the table of contents here. It describes all important information that you need, starting from eligibility criteria. For example, everything that Joanna mentioned, from type of schools, eligible countries, up to the details. For example, important hyperlink documents, everything is there described in detail in the eligibility criteria. The same goes for other important conditions of the open call. For example, if you want to know a bit more in depth about our topics or eligible activities that could be funded as part of your Blue project, this is also where you can find it in this document. And the same goes for the evaluation criteria and other conditions. Once you're accepted, how does the payment functions, etc., etc. So please go and read this document. It's super important. And it can give you a bit more in-depth explanation about each aspect that we just described in the previous slides. I'll go back briefly to the presentation. So what happens if you read the open call guidelines, you decided that you're eligible, that you have a great idea that's aligned with the open call. So what goes next? Next step is to describe your project. How do you describe your school project? Well, as Joanna mentioned, you're actually using the Shore proposal template. It's another document that can be downloaded from the Open Calls website page. It's Annex 2.1 Shore proposal template. I will just go quickly to the proposal. So see how it looks like. So yeah, this is the first page of the proposal template. A bit of instructions, right? Where you can see, how many pages we ask for, font, etc., just technicalities. Summary of your proposal, right? Here you can see if we noted, of course, how many pages this section should take, and please take that into consideration. And then you can continue by answering section by section. If you can recall from the previous slides, Joanna said that we have three main sections, three main criteria, and for example, relevance has a sub question for each sub criteria that we mentioned. And there you can directly answer everything according to our evaluation criteria. You also have a bit more of explanations for each question. What does it mean? What you should explain as part of the question, For example, if you're talking about the cooperation twinning, you have please explain how the cooperation will be implemented. What will be the objectives and main activities undertaken? The same goes for European Climate Pact, for European Network of Blue Schools. And, the same principle is followed not just for relevance, but also for impact section. And for methodology here, you can highlight what type of activities you're interested in. And as we said, we're looking into a clear output, a clear idea, of course, right? So here you can detail a bit about your planned outputs, the planned duration for each activity, the type of costs that you plan to have as part of your 6-month project, and the personnel that is involved in there. Here we also have ethics and security self-assessment, a little bit part of related to data. But in a nutshell, that's the whole data protection, so to say. But that, in a nutshell, that's the whole proposal template. I will go back once again to the presentation. So you answer the questions in each question in the short proposal template in English. That's a very important thing to highlight. What's next? You save this proposal in PDF and you upload it once it's completed as part of your online application form on the SURE submission platform. So submission platform for SURE OpenCall 1 is actually hosted on the F-Success platform. It's one of the partners, as mentioned, of the project. And before you can access the online application form, clear that you're actually supposed to register briefly on the F-Success platform. As you can see here on the screenshot, you can choose the ways you want to join, whether via LinkedIn, Facebook, or via email. In fact, we also have on the project website this short document which explains you the full instructions if you're struggling with the registration, or generally to understand the technicalities of how does an online application form on F-Success functions. Have in mind that our open call only allows for single applicants. So you're registering and filling out this online application as a single applicant, but as an individual representative of the school applying for the SURE program. You can, of course, provide a bit of additional information about your background via their F-Success profile, but the focus is on you as a representative of the school. So we reach the final step number 4, which is fill out your online application form. So this online application form, it leaves you the space to upload your school project as described in the proposal template, but also to give us a bit more information in the following sections. If you have time, I will just quickly go to the application form. So this is how it looks like once you have registered on the website. And by the way, this is a very important thing to mention. You can actually check for reference purpose only how the application form looks like even before you register. We actually have it in the PDF format on the project website. But once you register, this is when you can start answering your questions. So you have a section dedicated to individual info, the info of the individual that is submitting the application for the school, the section to tell us a bit more about the school itself, about the eligibility of school, right? What is the type of the school, what area or country the school comes from, if it's accredited or not in the European applicable schools, and a bit about the proposal, what topic you selected and subtopic. The rest, as we said, is explained in the proposal template. And here is a very important button where you can actually upload your proposal for this open call. A bit about the requirements related to data protection, acceptance of terms and rules of the Open Call 1, right? And other. You can tell us really how did you find out about the call if you want. But be very in mind that if you see this little star here, that means that the question is mandatory to answer. So before you submit, you finalize the application, check if you answered each mandatory question, if you uploaded your school project in the SURE proposal template. And once you're done, you can go to this, to click on this Apply to SURE Open Call 1 button to make sure that you actually finalize the application. Okay. I will just summarize once more all of the important documents that I mentioned throughout the previous slides. So all of these important documents, as I said, can be found on the Open Call website page. The first and foremost, you have Annex 1, SURE Guidelines for Applicants, for the full terms and conditions of the Open Call, right? Then you have Annex 2, just for references to check the PDF version application form. But again, you need to go on the F-Success, on the SURE submission platform on F-Success to actually start filling it out. You have Annex 2.1, SURE proposal template that I mentioned to describe your school project. And, apologies. If you are accepted in the project, in your part of the contracting phase, this is when you can use this other annex from 3 to 5 documents. For example, if you want to check the template of the contract, what you would agree to sign, you have it for references only. The same goes for declaration of honor and bank account information. Last but not least, we have, as I said, this guide for the submission and management platform of SURE and frequently asked questions. We're really trying to answer as many questions as we can right now, but we always, if we miss something, you do have this frequently asked questions document on the website to see, maybe we can get your answer there as well. And how to get more info? Well, besides the website page and the frequently asked questions, you can always write to the main help desk, opencalls@sureproject.eu. We also have this F6S support team, support@f6s.com, but this email is used only if you have any technical issues with your online application form or your profile on the platform. If you have any questions related to the OpenCall itself, please write to the main help desk you can see here. And that's pretty much it from my side. Thank you for your attention. And now I would say that we are ready for the Q&A part. We can go to the chat section and check what you wrote down. If you didn't, feel free to write your question there. Afstin, Joanna, if you don't mind, I can stop sharing the screen. Is that okay?
Yes. Thank you, Milana.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me scroll up the first question where we have. I believe it starts, can we collaborate with high schools that we previously declared as a blue school? Yes, the answer is yes. You can, I would refer, first of all, if the question refers to the high school, yes, you can cooperate with those schools also. And the school can be already a member of the network or can be aspiring to be a member. Mm-hmm. Exactly how many activities do we have to choose for the topic? How the guidance will be provided? This is the question from Alia. Minimum 1 activity should be performed. We didn't set up, let's say, the minimum and the maximum number of activities. The minimum is 1. It's up to you how many activities you will perform. It's up to you how it will be actually designed to fit into the budget and also within the 6 months, which is the time frame for the project. And I would like to understand well the second part of the question, how the guidance will be provided. Alia, is it referring to the mentoring? Does it refer to the mentoring?
Hi, yes. How
Hello,
we can
hi.
get all the, yes, because here is my colleague, Professor Doshin,
Hello.
and we would really like to participate, but this would be our first time and we really do need some guidance or mentorship.
To submit the proposal.
Exactly.
Okay, so first of all, I would suggest you to find your country hub. All information about the country hubs. In which country you are located?
We are in Hungary.
Hungary. So it will be Danube River region. So
Yeah.
please go to the SURE website,
Yeah.
to the country hub tab. There are listed 5 country hubs and information details. Also, you can find the contact details on the F6S platform.
Mm-hmm.
So they are dedicated person who will support you how to prepare the proposal.
Okay.
Okay. There's also a question about the school registration number. Is that the OID which we apply for other projects as well? Well, it will differ from country to country, from region to region, I would say. So please include the registration number relevant to your, let's say, legal structure of the country. Mhm. Could you please the presentation to reach the links? Yes, we will share the presentation after the webinar. All the links included in the presentation are will directly lead you to the additional information which we just described and mentioned. My city is an inner city. Is it a problem for applying? I would like to understand this question more. So, Yazgul, if you could provide more information if you're with us. But actually, the city, we are looking on the region and the country. So this is the main aspect of applying to OpenShore, to the OpenCall 1. So the city is, let's say, not very crucial on the first eligibility criterion. Our students are 11 to 14 years old. Can we apply for this project? Yes, you can apply. Oh, okay, I see that Aspen, you already answered. Sorry. Okay. Can high school apply for the project? The ages of our students range from 14 to 18. Yes, still those kind of schools are eligible. And also I will advise you to go to the qualification table. I will just copy paste the link for you so you can directly check this information. So please go to the table, and the schools up to level 3 are obliged or are eligible to apply. I'm scrolling the questions up.
May I just add how interesting it is to see that everybody is already reaching out to their collaborators and already setting up plans. It's good to see proactivity.
So we already have a, let's say, partnering session too. Okay, some cooperation. Okay. I hope I skipped to the right question from Jasmina. Do we need partners? Do they have to be in the same region or different? Yes, we advise you to look for the partners for the collaboration and twinning purposes of the proposal, but they don't have to be within the same region. So this is again up to you how you're going to shape your collaboration or twinning activities. Okay, maybe Milana, it will be for you. Is it enough to be registered as a team member or to create the proposal, or should the school also be accredited on EU platform? The question from Ezra.
Yeah, I'm trying to completely understand. If we're talking about registration on the short submission platform, it's enough that there is one individual as a representative of the school to actually create a profile. If we're talking about accreditation on the EU platform, we're talking about European Network of Blue Schools, or just to exactly know what type of platform we're talking about. Maybe a person that asked this question can raise up a hand if the person is here, just to get a little bit more detail. Ezra, are you here?
I don't hear. So
I have a hand raises.
May I ask for people just to write down in the chat? It's easier for us that way to follow all questions
Yes.
in some kind of order, so we can, if it's harder for us to answer, then we can raise a hand, and it's easier this way.
I can ask.
Yeah, thank you for
yes,
asking.
I see Nella, you have raised your hand. Please go ahead
Yes.
with your question.
I have a few questions. I think. I want you spoke about experts talking with the students. They can be paid from the project.
You have this opportunity to include also a different project cost, also personal costs.
Okay. About Blue School network, we are Blue School from December, so we are early on the platform,
Relations.
but we don't. We are not there already. The partners can't reach us because we are not there. Still are not there.
Because you need to wait to be visible on the European network platform.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Please, if it's possible, because I hardly tried to find a partner and they didn't respond. I tried on the Blue School platform. After that, in the eTuning platform to find some schools, and I find just one. I sent a lot of emails to many schools and responded just one and said it's not possible to do a partnership because she already have a partner. So it's not an easy way to reach Blue School in that moment.
Okay. I don't have a direct solution for this right now. Asvin, maybe you could help
us to be in contact. The Blue School and the Tuning School in the same time is will be great for us to have contact before writing the application. About bank account and other things about schools, I think these dates need to be posted, send it to you after the approval, no? Not in the...
Yes, exactly. After the selection.
Okay.
As Milana said, the Annex 3, 4, and 5, this is right now the subgrant agreement, declaration of honor, and bank account information. This is right now just to you to know how the procedure, what you will be obliged to sign at the end when your school will be selected. So only information right now and bank account. And if your school and the project will be selected, we will send you all the information to sign the subgrant agreement and all annexes.
If we have a partnership between two schools, Blue Schools, and we will do an eTuning project, we can plan mobility with students, with teachers to the partner school.
I would say if it fits in the activities which are set up for the Open Call 1, yes. The second question or additional thing to consider will be the budget, because you're limited with 10,000 euro. You have to you should think
not
what
many
activities you
students,
can do.
not many
Yeah,
teachers,
and
but
what will be exactly
an exchange.
So the budget will be your constraint, and also the activities, the pool of activities which are set up already for the Open Call 1. Also, it's a constraint. So I wouldn't say it's not a no, it's yes, but think wisely what you can do within the time frame of the project.
If I may just add, so yeah, there is no limitation on the format of these activities. It's rather you setting up rational to understand exactly how to use budget, as Joanna said, for whatever cooperation activity you have envisioned for the project.
Thank you.
I have two questions. Can I ask mine?
Please go ahead. I'm just bearing in mind the time that we have, just to let you know that we have 10 more minutes to answer the questions. I saw there is also a lot of questions on the chat. Trying to establish the way how we can respond them. So we don't have your contact details. So if we don't have a time to respond to your question please write them down again via email to us so we can actually dedicate some time and we don't miss any answer today. Okay?
Okay. Can I ask my question?
Please go ahead, Karin.
Do we need to select a certain number of students like other projects, or should we include all students in an activity? For example, if we plan a technical trip, will we go with all students, or is it enough to go with a small group?
We didn't specify the minimum number of students to participate in the project. It's again up to you and the project, how it's going to be designed. So we don't say minimum number of students and the minimum students per activity.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay,
It's I would say it's a freedom for you, yeah, to choose it and to set it up.
and the second question, can we purchase materials that can be used as pictures, or does it have to be rented? For example, bicycle camera, etc.
You can include the equipment cost, but again, please bear in mind the limited budget, and
Yeah.
also that the experts are going to have a look at the budget, meaning that they will look on the cost category and the dedicated budget. So it has to again be wisely distributed. But
We can buy.
You can purchase under the equipment cost.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Barbaros, I think you rose your hand again. I don't hear.
Can I ask one more question?
Just give a second. We are just giving the floor to Barbaros, but I cannot hear you clearly.
Yeah, you're muted, Barbaros.
No, I don't hear. I don't. Maybe you can write your question on the chat and we will try to reply. Okay. I'll read one more question from, I think this is worth to answer, which is, it's a very interesting question. What happens if there is one more project application at the school? Very important question. The SURE open call 1, but also the following open calls. There is a rule that each school can be funded only once, meaning that only one project per school with the whole duration of the SURE will be funded. So please also make sure that within the projects, if you submit 2 applications, it may happen. However, only one application will be funded. If you will apply for another call, we also plan to launch the second and the third call within the SURE. Only one application from one school can be funded in the SURE implementation project. Okay. Do we need to be accredited Blue School first before applying for SURE? No, you can be aspiring member as well. So not only members can apply.
I think you got the question from Barbaros written actually down in the chat.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Is it this one? Can we collaborate? can we collaborate with a software company for the process of the
Yes,
implementation?
that was our question. Can you hear me
Okay.
right now?
I can hear you really well.
Okay,
Natalie.
that was our question.
Okay. So can we collaborate with a software company for the process
Yes.
of the implementation of the project? Because in order us to implement the project, we need software support, and we are a maritime school, so our students are not so familiar with the software. Well, depending how you're going to collaborate, we don't allow any subcontracting, meaning that only categories for the budget are personnel costs, travel costs, and equipment costs.
Okay. It's not. For example, we need an automatic identification system, and we need to put a software in it. I don't want to just give a spoiler about our project, but if it's selected, can't we make a collaboration with a software company?
Well, I wouldn't see the possibility to put it into the budget. I don't see the option right now. So the budget should be spent on the activities, and the school, and to be more focused on. I understand that there might be some external, let's say, resources or external things which might be helpful for the project, but this budget should be spent solely on the project and the activities dedicated to the ocean and water literacy.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, the question from Yelise. Hello, we are a secondary school in Canakkale. We are a member of the European Blue School. We want to improve and continue the work we have done before. If we can get support, we can achieve much better things. Thank you. I will try to read the question from this, but maybe at least you can contribute what is the exact question from this comment. But yes, if you are already a member of the European Blue School and you've been implementing a Blue project already, and you can make a follow-up of this project. So meaning that we don't set up, you can be a member of the network or you can be aspiring a member network. So I would say, yes, you can also continue your work from the previous project. How can we determine the budget of the project? Okay, I would say that it's, again, your freedom to set up a budget, meaning that you have a 10,000 euro to spend maximum. You can apply for 5, for 8, for 10,000, but the final budget will be actually include the personnel cost, the equipment cost, and the travel costs. So think wisely what kind of and how many activities you would like to do within the projects. So this would be, I would say, a starting point for you to determine the budget. And actually, when you see who you can include in the activities, to whom they are going to be dedicated, and also how many activities you're going to do. So this will all determine the budget of your project. Okay, I will read the last question, and those questions which we haven't had a chance to answer, I would actually ask you to write them down again via email and send them to opencall@shoreproject.eu so we can reply to you via email as well. How should be choosing participant? Is there any criteria or is it up to us? If you're referring, Sarah, to the students, so this is up to you. We didn't dedicate the minimum number of the students which will take part in the activities. So this is again up to you to how many students you will include in your proposal. But also please refer to the evaluation criteria, which I explained in the first section, meaning that one class, maybe two classes. It depends on you. The wider, let's say, outreach of your activities, the better.
Joanna, may I just suggest before we close that I see that Yasmina is having her hand raised, and I see that she also wrote down some questions in the chat, mainly related to cooperation activities, right? Partnership, if I'm right, Yasmina.
Hello, I'm
Hello,
here.
hello.
So I
Hi.
have two questions I wrote in the chat section too. First question is, on which platform should we seek for partners? And the second one is, if the project is going to be approved, is it going to be divided 50-50? According to that, we are going to make the activities. That's why I'm asking.
Mm-hmm. So looking for the partners, it's actually, I would say that we have included in the presentation two links on the slide regarding the cooperation and twinning activities. So please refer to the presentation, those two links. And the second question is divided 50-50. Could you please briefly explain what do you mean? I'm trying to understand the question
For example,
well.
like this, the project is going to be 10,000 euros, and is it going to be divided like 5,000, 5,000? Your
Okay.
voice is mute.
Okay, so we divided it 80 and 20%, meaning that the 80% of the budget you will receive after signing the subgrant agreement. And the rest, the 20%, will be paid after the final report. And actually, at the end of the project, you will be obliged to submit the final report. We are going to assess it. And after positive feedback of the final report, you will receive the remaining 20%.
That wasn't my question, actually. For example, I have a partner.
Okay, so let's find a way how to.
That's what you should share the budget, right, with a collaborator.
My partner too? Should I share my budget with my partner too, or not? Is
okay.
this 80% only for my school?
I would say the whole budget is only for one school applying. So you don't share a budget with your collaborator. We don't, the money doesn't cross any other, let's say, bank account or any other school. The money we are applying, even if you're collaborating, you're applying for the activities for your school.
Okay, thank you very much.
So I would suggest that we stop with the questions now. And please, if you have any other questions which were not answered today, if you could write them via email. Milana, if I could actually ask you to present the last slide with the contact details, so you can.
Yes, the second to share it once again. Okay. Wait a minute. I see some. Okay. You see my screen now, right? Okay, so opencalls@shoreproject.eu is our main help desk email. So if we haven't answered any of the questions or posted in the chat, please write directly to this email. And then John and myself and other partners if needed, we'll be there to help you to answer. Of course, we have country hubs, as we mentioned. Those are regional partners helping you based on the region that you're based in. And if you go to the project website, also at the F-Success platform, as part of the online application form, you can see the contacts for each region, the contacts of the individuals from the consortium that are tied to this region, if you need any region-specific question. But just to highlight, this is the main help desk, so all OpenCall-related questions are going to this email. And just once more to highlight, if there are any technical issues with your online application form, please write to support@fsuccess.com. But again, you see the help desk here, so we're looking forward to your questions. Hopefully we can answer them all, and you will have no issues with submitting your application. I will also write down in the chat the main help desk.
Thank you very much, Milana and Joanna. This is a very good webinar. I hope we will have a successful process. Thank you for joining.